now that's an honor. You are my friend, my sister, and my brother. But what we got to do? So we got up in the east, yeah. We got President's family. Team up in the west, yeah. Calling out everybody. See when we come together. Unified and we're stronger. Stand back there as we come to do this work. It's not good way, but not this red army. Cause every day we keep on rising up, on the journey we keep on rising up. When water run more than flower, not even when I put stop this fire. But we stand back there as we come to do this work. Sign them up, and we fix up, fix up. Now one we link up, link up. We gon' tell now we build up, build together as one. Jump the country then over. The free and the army. It's the way that we love. For our representation. Hey, we got this. We got this. We got this. PNM. We got this. We got this. We got this. Whoa, 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 boy. Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting? On election day. Don't care what they say. Who you voting for? PNM. Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting? On election day. Don't care what they say. Who you voting for? PNM. We got this.
A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. CRT.
With ear can't go wrong. He always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young.
He young, CRT. When I hear it, I didn't believe it. I went and checked it. They say he well fit.
We have a new leader. He's strong with real power. The best in trim they go. Tell them Griffith say so.
CRT. A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. CRT.
With ear can't go wrong. He always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young.
He young, CRT. He's the future Prime Minister, with so much bigger, we can't get better.
The sector called energy, he rescued that for me. Then he fight for more money to put real billions in the treasury.
CRT. A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. CRT.
With ear can't go wrong. He always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young.
He young, CRT. As an attorney, he cover TNT. Handle the demands, the country in good hands.
It will be there to show the economy will grow, negativity will go, better days watching they go.
A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. CRT.
With ear can't go wrong. He always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young.
He young, CRT.
Let's come together and support our leader
So things could get better
with a brighter future.
Young and old that gather around, everywhere that he touched down. Effective leadership and glow. In TNT we love him so.
CRT. A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. CRT.
With ear can't go wrong. He always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young.
He young, CRT.
Yes, good evening, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome. Yes, this is the countdown. It's the countdown to election 2025. Yeah, 2025. Yeah, and it's on the 28th. Now 28 is right below 25. So them is two nice marks to play. Eh? Two real nice marks to play is 25 and 28. Yeah, you know, real serious, you know. Now there's something going around. I don't know what it is, but it's a cough that is going around, and I don't know. Plenty people just getting this cough, But today we saw some comedians today. Now we're gonna show you some highlights from what transpired yesterday on the walk. It was really a lot of walking. But before I go to that, we had to laugh a little bit tonight. Tonight we have to laugh a little bit. And I tell you, dauntless defenders of good governance, it's not only about just bringing the action on what is happening on the road and talking about good governance also, but we must have a little laugh in between so that we get ease some of the tension that is happening in the country and also on the political landscape. So last time I showed you a humanistic story where Adrian actually was helping somebody cut the grass and stuff, and the man had some medical condition, and I wish people could really rally the neighbor. We want to thank the neighbor who also participated in the whole thing, and we really want to thank everybody who would have made that effort to help that man. But hats off to Adrian. Hats off to you. And let me tell you something. This year they have something called the youth award. I will be making a pledge. I will be making that pledge to actually put your name up for a national award in terms of service to your community. So let's move forward. Now, people, today had to be comedy day. Today had to be comedy day in the politics. And it's not the PNM. Right. So it's not the PNM, It is the other small parties. And let me put on my bacchanal behavior. Let me play the video. So let me play the video. Take it in.
Jackson, political leader of All People's Party of Trinidad and Tobago. Now today, this is the start of a weekend, and I'm bringing to you great news. Now people are asking, Gayelle, we want to see your representatives, and we will have the traditional lawyer, the traditional doctors, the traditional engineers and architects, the skilled men. But we will also have a well-rounded, balanced presentation to you. And I start this with San Fernando East, with none other. I present to you All People's Party representative for San Fernando East, who you know as the real rotor, Mr. Clear Stafford. Mr. Clear. Yeah, listen now. We're waking up social media this weekend. Social media shut down this weekend. Why All People's Party? And why you want to represent the constituency of San Fernando East?
So I have chosen the All People's Party because of their leader. I wouldn't have done nothing else. I have always, since this party has begun, I have been looking on. And you all have known that because you all have been on my videos, watching it with me, seeing my commentary on this party. And what sold me is Miss Hazel Jackson's ability to listen, to understand, and not say, because I told you so. When I ask a question, I get an answer. I get a real heartfelt answer. When I ask, what do you plan to do about the economy? Tourism, immediately, with the quickness. We're going to diversify, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. What you going to do about rent control? She has an answer for that. Because my problem with politics for many years, you all know that I am an undecided voter. The people, other parties have not answered the questions. And they never have an answer. They always want to tell you, this one didn't do this, and that one, and point fingers. But she had an answer. And that is my reason for being a member of the APP. And I want to represent San Fernando East to break that stronghold. I want to show that everything could change and that the people of Trinidad and Tobago serious about change. And for every single year that we have been a country, a voting country, that has been a PNM stronghold and we need to change that.
I want to say the grave of Patrick Manning. Listen, I want to put flowers on your grave this evening. You know why? Because San Fernando East will return to someone that loves San Fernando East. The people have shown love, but the leaders and the representatives have neglected. You all have the people marginalized, ostracized, forgotten. I am a Southerner, and in my perspective, I want somebody on the ground that understands the issues of the people and have the courage, without fear or favor, to fight for it, to truly represent you. To represent you, we have to represent ourselves to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, persons may be asking, why her? I am a strong supporter of females that are doing well. I believe in female empowerment. And what she stood for, she built a platform from the ground up. And it may be controversial because you make a lot of enemies when you speak the truth. She dared to challenge status quo. She dared to challenge stigmas. She dared to challenge stereotypes. She's really a critical thinker that thinks outside of the box. And this is what we want. We want people with purpose and passion that will serve. So yes, as a former educator, we will have the critical thinkers who are doctors, who are lawyers, I'll introduce them to you very soon, the architects, the engineers, yes, but we also want a true reflection of our society, that you, the common man, can feel as though you have a voice in government. You, the common man, can feel that somebody is now ready to listen and go beyond listening and do something. We are in for a beautiful journey. San Fernando East, I know this news coming as a surprise for you, but it is a true reflection of who we are as a people. Stay tuned, the rollout has started.
Oh yes, Father. Well, you heard, yeah. Well, yeah, they're really going crazy and true. They're really going crazy and true. Because let me show you who are the other candidates. Because if Raw Talk going up for San Fernando East, Gayelle Jackson from South, she ain't going up for San Fernando East, but she bring Raw Talk from quite in the north to go up for South. Then look the rest of the candidates who are contesting the seats for Gayelle Jackson. Watch them. Look at them. She go to East. 14 a scammer and the racist. Those are your doctor, your lawyer, and a critical thinker right there. But if we feel it gets any better than that, you know Trinidadians just had to go and put the nail on the coffin for Gayelle Jackson with this one. Take it in.
Yes, my wonderful, beautiful children of this country. My wonderful, beautiful children of this country. Right now, I have with me a strong, independent woman that receive each day on a platform, defending the woman, loving and coming out and reaching. And yes, she will have haters, but in this politics, we need a hate to carry on. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Raw Talk. First of all, grab a snack and let's blah. Grab a snack and let's blah. First of all, right now, and thank you, Ms. Gayelle, for allowing me to come on for inviting me to this wonderful campaign. I also admire you, how you stand up for the women of this country. A lot of politicians don't do that.
Yeah.
But I just want everybody to know that I represented San Fernando. And I represented, and in San Fernando, so you know, I am very honored to have this privilege to represent San Fernando. You understand what I'm saying, right? And people feel I always about Bacchanal, but I am not always about Bacchanal. I will come with facts. Facts. I will come with, before I say anything, I will get my facts straight. I will facts check and get my facts straight and come to represent the people of San Fernando. Right? So I want to thank you again for having me and choosing me. Right now, I feel I can consider bringing scissor stick. I feel they call scissor stick and let them represent some shotgunners or something, right? But again, I feel honored. You go, Gil, and glory, the honor and glory for being here. Grab a snack. Let's black.
Yeah.
Right now, I have with me a strong, independent woman that receive each day on a platform, defending the
Here now, something has to be wrong in this place. Something has to be wrong in this place. I cannot believe that Gayelle Jackson would want to send up somebody like Roto. Well, you make it make sense. Make it make sense, no man. But I tell you, sometimes you gotta start your day with a little comic. Some real comics. But let me move on. Let me move on. Oh my goodness. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. A packed show for you all tonight. And we do have a packed show for you all tonight. And we just want to say that this thing, this election seems to be sending some people mad. So, let's go. Let's go. So, there was a walk yesterday, and Mr. Young would have embraced the children. And in fact, the children is the ones who wanted to see Mr. Stuart Young. And you know, strange enough, I spoke about my own son who told me the Saturday before the rally on Sunday that, Dad, I could come, I could go to the rally, I want to shake Mr. I want to see Mr. Stuart Young, and I want to see no, I want to see Prime Minister, and I want to see the incoming Prime Minister. And he got to see them. He was right up in the front. He got to shake the hand. In fact, he felt so good that he said, "When I go to school, I go and boast to all my friends and them that I shake the Prime Minister hand, which was outgoing, and the incoming Prime Minister hand." And you wouldn't believe how joyous these children felt just to stand up next to the Prime Minister, next to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. You wouldn't believe how they felt, how that moment felt to them. And it was really a joyous thing because you only hear the man on the sound system bawling, Prime Minister, Prime Minister, oh, wait, oh, you wait. Look, look the children them want to come and they want to take a picture with the Prime Minister. And he met with the school children. He met, and let me tell you something. I think it was Hazel College, yeah. They wanted to see, you're telling me? But they wanted to see the Prime Minister. Hold on, hold on. Let me just hold on. Yes, David. Yeah, David, you calling for the show or you? All right. Hold on. Let me just send you directly to the show here now. Right? So you be heard on the screen. Right? So go ahead. Just now, hold on. There seems to be just give me a minute there. Right. So no, let me just get you back in line here. And I don't know what it's taking a little like a little time to load up. All right. So go ahead, David.
Hello, good night.
Yes, good night.
I have seen that this political party have put forward an individual that goes by the Presidium raw talk.
Yes.
But if you are serious about governance, they have to put forward either 21 seats or more. Nomination day is the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And you come in, it is the 21st, you come in with your first candidate. You have four. You have at least 20 more to go. Because nobody, if you have less than 21 seats, nobody votes a party to opposition. You look for a party to put into power.
Yes.
And I don't know if people are take the electorate for jokers.
Apparently so.
Because we in a situation whereby we have to negotiate with foreign countries to deal with the drug and gas and all the things to our survival in the world affairs. I can't see this stolen some ministry able to go anywhere. Right? I can't even see this candidate being appointed deputy speaker now. they will say we, the voter, for clowns. Maybe they feel sorry for the treasury and they feel that they will put some money up so they can lose the deposit. But it is because what we, the voter, looking for is for policies and thinking this that we will discuss, see what we will go to carry our nation forward. Not back in the year. Back in the year, we didn't need anything. I can see this candidate or even the leader going to the United Nations to talk. I can see them going to CARICOM to talk. Trinidad will become the laughing stock of the Caribbean. So I can understand. Maybe that Friday evening joke, they want us to laugh and have a nice time. I am no station could enhance us with such jokes and things like that. Right? They have been better than Tommy Joseph and them. Because when I saw it, I fell off my chair laughing. Right? And I understand that this station, which is a very serious station, has decided to go a little lighter tonight. Because we knowing that this station have the campaign coming up. So let's get this tonight. But I think bunks up, do not waste its resources
No.
in the area of comedy. This station is supposed to be I don't think this station is a comedy station.
No.
So I don't think we have much more of that other nights.
Well, David. Well, David.
The things that the UNC say that we're a little chuckle here and there. But this is a part of the UNC. You understand?
Well, I'm telling you.
And they even come further to say that they were approached by the UNC to join. Right? Maybe somebody was taking a drink in a house and they just happened to put in a sober note Saturday morning. But then what they bring to the table? Uncooked talk.
Hey. You know.
Position they can hold in cabinet.
She like real talker. That was she. That the cabinet position. Real.
When Eric Williams was alive, he had something called the kitchen cabinet. I don't even think they qualified him to enter the kitchen cabinet. And it kicks. I saw my comrade, Miss Gayelle, but he rolled in laughter. You understand?
Yes.
The people use that on Sunday for breaking proceedings to give us comedy. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Richard Dubai said, I saw you write a play around that. People will think about Cipriani College Auditorium to watch that. I think the party should really go into theater. They'll make more money.
They'll make more money. You're right. You're right about it.
It's more money. It's
You're right.
comedy.
Yeah.
It's comedy. It's rolling with laughter. I turn on my television to be entertained by box up. Oh, what a beautiful night.
Oh, what a beautiful
Right
night.
here?
And,
What a beautiful night.
and David, wait, it don't finish there yet, eh? It ain't finished yet. Wait, you will get to hear it. So, people, let me, because we have a lot to talk about tonight, and you will see some of the, I told you all we had to start it off with we started with a humanistic, and now we had to go to the humanistic side of it. So, to the comedy side of it also. But just to finish off with Mr. Stuart Young, because we have a lot to talk about with Mr. Stuart Young, but I want to play an interview that would have transpired that sent shockwaves throughout the trade union movement. It sent shockwaves. And I believe that this foolishness must come to an end. But yesterday, I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Stuart Young, the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, SC, had a lot of energy. When I tell you energy, or you wouldn't believe that that the Speaker of the House, the Deputy Speaker of the House, Mr. Edmund Ford, drank nearly, I can tell you, nearly a whole case of water. And Mr. Stuart Young, if he drank 2 bottles of water and was on the move, you had to catch up with him. You look for him one way, he jump over so. The next way, he goes so. The next minute, he goes so. And it was like, go on. Stopping. 2 hours and something. I said, wow. Look at energy. Look at that. People didn't believe. They're looking for the Prime Minister. He gone. But what are the things that happen up there? And you had to experience it. That's why we try to bring it live to you, so that you can understand what people feel when they're on the road. People didn't care about half of the things, They wanted to just be part of history, to know that this young man, because he's young, he is young, not because his name is young, but he is young, and he has a lot of energy. He was prideful. The youths and all could have mesh with him, talk with him. He didn't have the security right up under him to block him all the time. He was embracive, He took out his pictures, and the children keep coming. They come in. I'm not seeing the one director with the children from Hillview and from the Let me see if I get that one for you, because that one, children leave and run across, Children leave playing football and run across and was chanting and singing PNM. Let me see if I get it for you. Let me see if I get that video for you, because that was like, director, see if you could just pull back up that video for me now. It's a little thing, but just pull it up for me now.
the youngsters are telling us. The youngsters, the school children are telling us April 28th. Easy choice, one party.
And if I tell you, the children from Hillview College, you know, they ran out of the classroom, the teacher no run out. He said, hey, look, the Prime Minister passing in the area. They stop the truck, they ball out to the truck man, tell the Prime Minister to stop, tell the Prime Minister to stop. And literally they say, Prime Minister, look, the train and them want to meet you. And the Prime Minister stopped and he walked back. They run up, they hug up the man. We brought it live. It was a touching moment. And children didn't care. They just wanted to take a picture. Hey, Prime Minister want to take a picture because it's something they're going back in the school. And they're showing up to their friends. You see social media on a blast on Instagram because most of them children they be on Instagram and things. They don't really be on Facebook. The younger generation on Instagram and certain other things. But it was on a blast. They taking all the pictures. Parents, a woman run out. She leaves her child in the Chinese store, in the Chinese food restaurant. Run out this restaurant. Realize, wait now, the Prime Minister come in. Run back inside the Chinese store, the Chinese restaurant. Take up the child, run outside, bawling out, Prime Minister, take all that picture with my child, with me and my child, please. People were embracive on the road. Nobody, normally when they walk in and on the road, you get one or two people who will say, hey, this party, that, not nobody. Everybody was embracive. And when I tell you, it was a joy to see when the whole football team that we just showed you all day, the whole football team. Oh yes, it's called Stotty Swoocher, yes. Yeah. The whole football team leave and run. Run to see the Prime Minister. What? And when I hear people talking, they don't realize that the young people say no and watching, It's 1.1 million people to vote, In fact, my daughter would have been able to vote this year if the election was a little lower down. I could beg, but they will say, you had to reach the age of 18. But it just goes to show you they wanted to embrace. And that's why I tell people the new generation, what they call them the Gen Zs. What they call them now, the Gen Zs. They are not thinking like their parents. Many of them not thinking like that. Children have evolved and are now saying, hey, it does not matter. It have no creed and no race. We all are one Trinbagonian. And that is what it is all about. So when they came out and they saw the Prime Minister, they were seeing them as Prime Minister. And you know what one of them said to the Prime Minister? Prime Minister, I'm glad they put a young person. Imagine that. They told the Prime Minister, I'm glad that they put a young person. to lead. The only thing the Prime Minister didn't do was cry. The only thing the Prime Minister did not do was cry. Taking this.
With the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honourable Stuart Young, and your incumbent and next Member of Parliament for the constituency of Tunapuna, the Honourable Esmond Ford. Come out, meet and greet your representative under the banner of the People's National Movement, Mr. Esmond Ford.
Still stealing all so this is the one fantastic stuff.
The Honourable Edmund Ford. Come out, meet and greet your representative.
All right. Honorable Prime Minister Stuart Young, Dr. Charles, the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. This is your moment. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's happen to us so let you make this one for right. I don't dream of a piano.
Greetings, residents. This is the voice of the People's National Movement, and we are walking through your area this afternoon with the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honourable Stuart Young, and your incumbent and next Member of Parliament for the constituency of Tunapuna, the Honourable Esmond Ford. Come out, meet and greet your representative under the banner of the People's National Movement, Mr. Esmond Ford. Great is the PNM.
The children actually come out to see the Prime Minister. They run out of the classroom. Who do in classroom to bring them out? And they're outside here. Watch me high. All of them outside. And I was telling you, that is what transpired in Tunapuna. Children from the colleges. You saw the teacher not run out. First to tell you he happy. He was more excited than the children. He run out and he said, hey, take him a bit here. And it just goes to show you that while some people were throwing this narrative around the place, that this and the Prime Minister that and the Prime Minister this, the Prime Minister has shown them that the young people of this country want change. And that is why he went out there and he met the people. He went out there, Tunapuna. If you see people was on the walk. People. I could have sworn it was a massive rally. It had people that was to the back until I reached back in the front. And it took me a good while to reach to the front because it was, at one moment, I could have cried. I tell you that. I could have cried. It was a touching moment. I felt like, wow, we really seeing the true cosmopolitan country called Trinidad and Tobago. It was a touching moment, I tell you that. It was touching. And that is why people must come out. Don't play with your vote. Come out and vote on the 28th. And the 28th is going to come very soon, because we enter the 40 days. We enter the 40 days and every candidate is campaigning. They're on the ground, they're moving, every day. And when I tell you, you are going to see, I am going to take my trip and go down to Tabakit, where you will get to see Miss Marsha Alvaro, and we will be walking with her, because every day candidates, because let me tell you something, there are some big constituencies. They're very, very big. So, and Tabakit big, Tabakit very big. So we'll go and we'll walk with Miss Alvaro. We'll go and walk with Kareem Marcel in Laventille, Mr. Bichram, Mr. Birchwood in Laventille East. We are going to go to Sawa. We are going to go in Dominic's area, Mausika. We go in Penelope Becker's area. And if I have to do 2 areas in a day, 2 areas in a day, I am going to do it, because we are going to cover all 41 constituencies. And I must touch down in Tobago. So I am going to go. Somebody trying to call in. But I'm going to be on the road for this election. So while you will see me in studio on some days, because I have to bring back a report, yes, sorry about that. We are experiencing, I don't know, for some strange reason, yesterday people were getting problems with the internet. Today people still getting problems with the internet. I don't know what was causing that. But it is so crucial that people come out and vote. And let me tell you why it is imperative that you come out and you vote in this election. Let me get the video. Because some people believe that some people is fools in this election. Let me get the video for you all. Oh, you'll be surprised to know what is happening in Tobago. We go into Tobago. We are going to go to Tobago and we are going to bring it to you for you to see it. I want you to pay attention to this video that I am going to be putting up on the screen. Now, after you have just won your so-called election, listen to what you went on a station that is now perceived as a UNC station, and this is what you are saying. Listen. This is the Felicia Thomas that, quote unquote, won the election for PSA. Now, Ms. Felicia Thomas, as I'm understanding now, is a temporary worker at WASA. A temporary worker at WASA. Ms. Felicia Thomas, in all the years you have been at WASA, I have seen people come and move past you. In fact, you get promotion when he ought not have been given a promotion. He got promotion, and you still is a temporary worker in WASA, and you want to lead WASA you want to lead WASA and the PSA now to destruction. Listen to this interview, and then we'll have a discussion on it. Listen to this.
You're borrowing money for everything else. Why make the population feel like the only purpose you borrowed money for back then was to pay workers? You borrowed money to do everything else in this country. Reality is, in this country, they spend about $58 billion a year on average.
Yeah.
How much of it is spent on workers? It has nothing to do with whether or not this country has money. It has to do with them not wanting to spend money on workers. And I'll give the example of NIB. We signed an agreement with NIB. And again, another reason why I had to make my statement, there's no meeting and treating in good faith.
Wow.
There's an agreement signed between the PSA and NIB for 9% for NIB workers for the period 2014 to 2016. That was signed in 2020. The workers were supposed to get their back pay in 2020. We are now in 2025 and still fighting that matter in the court because the state refused to pay NIB what is theirs, what is rightfully theirs. So can I say to the NIB worker, vote PNM? Because here what I'm sure of, the NIB worker will not get their 9% with the PNM in office. Can I say to the workers of the Board of Inland Revenue, Custom and Excise Division to vote for the PNM? The answer is no. If they remain in office, those persons will be in the same predicament, either out of a job or transferring to an authority without knowing what you're getting when you go over there. Hundreds of things, all kind of projects. What about the workers? You're borrowing money for everything else. Why make the population feel like the only purpose you borrowed money for back then was to pay workers? You borrowed money to do everything else in this country. Reality is, in this country, they spend about $58 billion a year on average.
Yeah.
How much of it is spent on workers? It has nothing to do with whether or not this country has money. It has to do with them not wanting to spend money on workers.
You all listen to what this woman is telling the nation of Trinidad and Tobago and the wider world, all trade unions, that it's not about paying of salaries, you know. It's not about borrowing money to pay salaries, you know. She is literally lying to the population because in this interview, she is telling the people that NIB signed an agreement of 9% in 2020. You hear lie? That is lie. Listen to it.
I'll give the example of NIB. We signed an agreement with NIB. And again, another reason why I had to make my statement, there's no meeting and treating in good faith.
Wow.
There's an agreement signed between the PSA and NIB for 9%.
Hold up. With the PSA, you know, with the PSA, there's an agreement signed between NIB and PSA, not the CPO, not the chief personnel officer, you know, with NIB and PSA. Now listen to what she's saying now.
For NIB workers for the period 2014 to 2016. That was signed in 2020. The workers were supposed to get their back pay in 2020. We are now in 2025 and still fighting that matter in the court because...
So, if you sign something, if you sign and there was an agreement to this thing, that you signed this agreement that she's talking about that was signed now in 2014, and in 2020, they sign it off between the PSA and NIB workers for 9%. So how it's still in the, so how it reaching the court? How it's in the court that the workers can't get the money and they don't sign off it? They never sign anything with the CPO. It's with she, the PSA, and she's so stupid. She's so stupid. She doesn't even know what she's talking about on the program. She's guessing. She's guessing. And she wouldn't understand that, hey, it just don't make sense what you're saying. You see how the host had to be like, what? Really? Because she confused. She said absolutely a lot of BS on the program. And in order to make herself look good, she tells herself she's sounding good enough, but she talking shit. Listen to it. Listen to what she continue to say.
The state refused to pay NIB what is theirs, what is rightfully theirs. So can I say to the NIB worker, vote PNM? Because here what I'm sure of, the NIB worker will not get their 9% with the PNM in office.
But again, you misleading the population and telling people that they will not get the 9% from the PNM. If you define the 9% with, not the PNM, or you want to tell the people and them that, hey, we want to sign this thing, making the people believe that they're going to get 9% from the CPO, but Oil never, ever agreed on that. Because the CPO, when they went to, that's why they had to go to the court. That is why they reached the court. And it's the PSA is who carry the CPO to court. And she wouldn't tell the truth. And then here she come in and tell the people Could I tell the NIB to vote for the PNM? I didn't know since when Felicia Thomas have all the authority to tell people who to vote for and who not to vote for. I didn't know since when she have the authority. She does not have that authority. Felicia Thomas and them like to lie to the population. Misinformation. I can't call it misinformation again. I don't call it lies. Deceit. And it's all because they would have been playing the hand with the members' money in PSA. Now they are now part of the UNC B team. So PSA has now formed a coalition. They have now formed a coalition with the UNC in order to get rid of the PNM. So who she gonna have this conversation with again? Who she gonna have this conversation with? So you are now opposition B. So it is now PSA, Philip Alexander, Roger, Felicia Thomas of the PSA, who else? It's about 5 or 6 of them ganging up. They're ganging up to fight the PNM. But the PNM though just sat along just so. The PNM is an institution and the back is broad and they have taken licks on many occasions. But this time, you see Felicia Thomas, who is a temporary worker in Wassa for how many years now? How many years? You have been a temporary worker in Wassa. Why wasn't you get promoted to manager? With what qualification? I don't know. With what qualification? I don't know. Because maths wasn't mathing at one point in time. And now he gave $500,000. He had no money to campaign. He have no money to campaign. He want to go to Privy Council to see if he gets some money before election, before to let the matter be heard, so he can get a little money in his hand to fight election. So he bankrupt. Because he partnered Leroy Batiste. Stop the pension. Because I have been saying it all the time. You have no money to get. What we are seeing here, by you telling me, Jennifer, what this girl is doing to PSA, she does not realize that majority of the public servants in the PSA is not UNC. She don't know that. They don't play with the politics. They don't play with the politics. You telling the people and them, you go and tell this one and MIC and this one who to vote for and who not to vote for. When the history, a trade union duty is to tell people how they should vote and who they should vote for. Because 1,900 votes ain't go cut it in a general election. Because right now, hundreds of people, hundreds of them members dropping out of the PSA. They're dropping out. They're going and they're signing. They stop the $100. Stop the $100. Because if Felicia Thomas and them feel that they will take the people and them $100, put it together to fund campaign under the banner of United National Congress, the membership is going to put a stop to that. So you might win the election, but you have no members. You will win the election because she won the election, so they say. I still have reservation about it. But she would have won the election, but you have no members. So who are you going to preside over? Who are you really presiding over? You understand? And she now wants to be a partner in the coalition of the UNC. That is what Felicia Thomas telling her, you know. Because Kamala Prasad Bisesa on Monday night made it clear that she met with Felicia Thomas, the president of PSA, and they're working out a deal. They're working out a deal. What deal is that? What deal is that? So the PSA workers, yeah, she get used. I thought, let me not say them thing. I know when they say something, you know, Jenny. I know when they say something where somebody used to tell somebody, what a thing they to use. Because you can't tell me all that time you in WhatsApp and you are being used. This one come, they use in here. That one come, they use in here. This one come, they use in here. Next one come, they use in here. And you ain't understand or get brain enough to know that, hey, I being used. I just doing thing and me benefiting. You ain't understand that, Felicia Thomas. So you just going and being used like an old rag doll. You know when you don't play with it, you dirty, you take it up, you throw it for the dog's gonna bite it up. Everybody using the thing, rolling all on the ground with it, playing up with it, doing all kind of thing with it. And then you know what Felicia Thomas coming to say? Well, we signed an agreement. We PSA signed an agreement with the NIB workers. So she is no longer PSA president. She is now there is now PSA, not trade union, but PSA political party. Well, if she's Sasha stupid, she really stupid. She really stupid. You know she remind me of? The old woman who was going by the Rasta man and saying, I come for my thing. I come for my thing. And the Rasta man points out, oh God, woman, and telling the other woman, you ain't see, like you ain't no going on, like you ain't no going on. This whole day he by me, whole day he by me. But Felicia, like she ain't saying, you pass through, you ain't benefit. Some other men pass through, you ain't benefit. Leroy come now and pass through, you ain't benefit. Well, something wrong with you? Something ain't working with you? Something clearly not working with you? And therefore, you have now taken the PSA to PSA political party on Abercrombie Street as the headquarters of the United National Congress. You have now set up a sub-office for the UNC on Abercrombie Street with members' funds. And I must dare you to come out and tell the public that you have not gone in the bed and lie down with the UNC and negotiated with the UNC, because Kamala Prasad can't say that on a platform if you and she didn't meet. And you never denied it. You never denied that you and Kamala was in talks. You never denied it, but you lied to your members during the election. That is a dangerous woman. She worse than a woman scorned. And she have nothing to get because she's still stupid. This was the same Felicia Thomas that was blocking out the very fair Jennifer Fredericks when she calling in and pressing the thing, and a man in the background was saying, are we going to get our time off? Time off? That is her Felicia Thomas. And all them people you serve them well. They have spoken about you. But telling you, she have served all the men, because a lot of men was sitting on the head of PSA. A lot of men was in PSA, and she have served under all of them. She have served them well. And she has not benefited. When the PSA mash up, she has now taken control to say she's doing talks with the UNC on behalf of the members. Of all the parties you want to have talk with, the UNC. The workers in this country, in public, the PSA, who under the PSA, and all workers should go into all the offices of these trade unions and tell these fellows who were emasculated under the UNC, get the hell out of office. Leave. Pick somebody young. Not she. She done washed up. They can't pick she again. She washed up. But telling you, imagine you retire from the PSA. Imagine you retire from the PSA and you can't get your money. You retire from the PSA and you can't get your money. Because why? When you're looking forward to get your little back pay, Felicia Thomas and them playing games, so that you can get your back pay. That is wickedness to the highest, boy. And that is why members were supposed to storm PSA and tell her, get out from there. But who is there? Who is there to go and do that? Because PSA dead. An organization that had over 50, 60,000. Thousands. When you see PSA come in, you say, oh God, move. And then everybody started branch off from PSA. Because they realize they're on shit. Branching off from PSA. branching off, or tell the nurses and all branching off. Now PSA, which was a big, massive union, come down to less than 10,000. Less than 10,000. Running a budgeted, a deficit budget, and talking about the government of Trinidad and Tobago that has to borrow money to pay public servants the money. To pay public servants the money to ensure that public servants still working. And every month they getting the money. You talking about the government borrowing money and the government borrowing money, but who getting paid? Who getting paid? Because the government understands. This PLM government understands the plight. This government
Afternoon with the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honourable Stuart Young, and your incumbent and next Member of Parliament for the constituency of Tunapuna, the Honourable Desmond Ford. Come out, meet and greet your representative under the banner of the People's National Movement, Mr. Desmond Ford, who recently
So this is going to be one fantastic start.
The Honourable Desmond Ford. Come out, meet and greet your representative.
All right. Honorable Prime Minister Stuart Young, the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. This is your moment. Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's happen to us so let your message move forward. Right.
I don't dream about piano.
Greetings, residents. This is the voice of the People's National Movement, and we are walking through your area this afternoon with the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honourable Stuart Young, and your incumbent and next Member of Parliament for the constituency of Tunapuna, the Honourable Desmond Ford. Come out, meet and greet your representative under the banner of the People's National Movement, Mr. Desmond Ford. Great is the PNM.
She come out to see the Prime Minister. They run out of the classroom. Who do in classroom to bring them out? And they're outside here. Touch me high. All of them outside.
A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. Security.
With ear can go wrong, he always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young,
Security. When I hear it, I didn't believe it. I went and checked it. They say he well fit.
We have a new leader, he's strong with real power. The best in trim they go, tell them great faces so.
Security. A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. Security.
With ear can go wrong, he always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young,
Security. He's the future Prime Minister, with so much bigger, we can't get better.
The sector called energy, he rescued that for me. Then he fight for more money to put resilience in the treasury.
Security. A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. Security.
With ear can go wrong, he always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young,
Security. As an attorney, he cover TNT, handle the demands, the country in good hands.
It will be there to show the economy will grow, negativity will go, better days for Trinbago.
Security.
A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. Security.
With ear can go wrong, he always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young,
Security.
Let's come together and support our leader,
so things could get better
with a brighter future.
Young and old that gather round, everywhere that he touched down, effective leadership and glow. In TNT we love him so.
Security. A man with energy, always checking for me. Don't let up at all, just answer when we call. Security.
With ear can go wrong, he always vibrant and he's strong, energetic and he young,
Security.
Vote for UNC. Me too. Vote for UNC. Anytime I know anybody say you're going to get all you have to leave my place. But all you know what should can do for you? What? Go and ask for them parents. If they never do all your parents, I will take a bit so. Anytime anybody vote for you and you UNC, all you have to leave here.
And the real vote base.
I real vote base? Yeah, let me know anyone who vote for UNC.
How you know it? How you know it?
I must know. But so I come and tell you, I'm not even a joke. Anytime you want to go for UNC, all you have to leave here, I don't care people go to our weekend. All you have to leave my place.
Call the election now. Call the election now.
Don't take chain up from no small party. Don't take chain up, what you call them, pop-up parties. Is that what you Pop-up parties, just popping out of the remember, there's only one party is going to win this election, and that is the United National Congress.
A few moments later.
We could come together for that coalition of interests over the years I'm using.
So when you're telling me Philco, the PNM is the common enemy, let me get up on them. I have seen this same show before.
The UNC traders of TNT.
All right, we do apologize for that. We do apologize for that break in signal. It was no fault of ours. We had a little power outage. We had a little power outage that knocked the internet off, and I do apologize for that. Yeah. Well, I don't know. So some strange reason, we have been having that problem basically because even up to yesterday and all, Eric was trying to do a broadcast and he was only getting reconnecting. It's not a feel that, he funds run out on the phone and all them different thing and he had to buy a phone card, but nevertheless he had money on his phone and he just was getting that breaking signal, but I don't know. I just don't know what is happening. Um, with the internet these days. Apparently, as the election call, internet started getting trouble throughout the country. But yeah, well, they don't. Well, yes, they will try to block people in terms of that. But let me get back to what I was saying in terms of Felicia Thomas, and we do apologize that we may not be able to take no calls tonight. We will sort out all the technical difficulties, including changing the service provider that is providing the internet for us. So we will try to do that. Yeah, it's the season and truth. But nevertheless, let me get back to Felicia Thomas here. So Felicia Thomas, yes, Felicia Thomas. I don't remember. Just people, just give me a minute. Let me just because I would have received something in my mailbox, and yes, I would have received something in my mailbox. Okay, so let me get this loaded. Let me get this loaded, and then you will hear. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You will hear the truth with this whole bacchanal. Hold on. So while that is loading, this said 9%. Now I tell you, me no fool now. Me no fool. So the shot feel like now come out in the game with PSC and the 9%. But I know it's more than 9%. I know for a fact that it's not 9%. Because a fool sell out himself. Right. So let me get the video here. Let me get the video here. All right. Nice. So let me just do something quick and you will hear the truth. But the truth don't lie. The truth don't lie. The truth don't lie. You'll hear the truth and oh God. Yes, you'll hear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Hold on, they've been internet, hold on. You see, you're very sensitive and careful of what you see because it has come back to haunt you. It has come back to haunt you. Nice. Let me play it here. Take a listen. Take a listen of this. Listen.
Once all workers in the country know that the government has made an offer. I have not even looked at the offers yet. I know they have made one. And I will look at it next year. I'm not worrying myself right now because I know they are on folly. When we look at it next year, we will decide whether we'll accept the offer or not. So, what I'm saying for
So, listen to it again.
That all public servants, all workers in the country know that the government has made an offer. I have not even looked at the offers yet. I know they have made one. And I will look at it next year. I'm not worrying myself right now because I know they are on folly. When we look at it next year, we will decide whether we'll accept the offer or not. So, what I'm saying for
now, you heard Watson Duke saying an offer, but he has not looked at the offer. He said he will look at it next year. No, Wayne. This wasn't when the 4%. They ain't no 4%. No. The man get offer and he said he didn't want to look at it. He will look at it next year. Playing politics. Yeah, what she say now, eh? Listen to listen to Felicia now.
all workers in the country know.
All right, yes, we hear you.
Lots of things, all kind of projects. What about the workers? You're borrowing money for everything else. Why make the population feel that the only purpose you borrowed money for back then was to pay workers? You borrowed money to do everything else in this country. Reality is, in this country, they spend about $58 billion a year on average.
Yeah.
How much of it is spent on workers? It has nothing to do with whether or not this country has money. It has to do with them not wanting to spend money on workers. And I'll give the example of NIB. We signed an agreement with NIB. And again, another reason why I had to make my hundreds of things, all kind of projects. What about the workers? You're borrowing money for everything else. Why make the population feel that the only purpose you borrowed money for back then was to pay workers? You borrowed money to do everything else in this country. Reality is, in this country, they spend about $58 billion a year on average.
Yeah.
How much of it is spent on workers? It has nothing to do with whether or not this country has money. It has to do with them not wanting to spend money on workers. And I'll give the example of NIB. We signed an agreement with NIB. And again, another reason why I had to make my statement. There's no meeting and treating in good faith.
Wow.
There's an agreement signed between the PSA and NIB for 9% for NIB workers for the period 2014 to 2016. That was signed in 2020. The workers were supposed to get their back pay in 2020. We are now in 2025 and still fighting that matter in the court because the state refused to pay NIB what is theirs, what is rightfully theirs. So can I say to the NIB worker, vote PNM? Because here what I'm sure of, the NIB worker will not get their 9% with the PNM in office. Can I say to the workers of the Board of Inland Revenue, Custom and Excise Division to vote for the PNM? The answer is no. If they remain in office, those persons will be in the same predicament, either out of a job or transferring to an authority without knowing what you're getting when you go over there.
She's serious. Listen to the man.
Once all workers in the country know that the government has made an offer, I have not even looked at the offers yet. I know they have made one, and I will look at it next year. I'm not worrying myself right now because I know they are on folly. When we look at it next year, we will decide whether we'll accept the offer or not. So that's all I'm saying.
So you hear the contradiction, you hear it. Look, that is where you call, and she wants to align herself with the United National Congress now, so that you, the worker in Trinidad and Tobago, can get your money. That is where you call wickedness. Wickedness to the highest. You are blaming the People's National Movement in 2020. You can say it was signed in 2020. Lie. The offer was made. Duke said he had time to watch that. She sat down there and she said nothing. She said nothing. So now you're playing games with the workers because you want to hold them to ransom. You want the workers of Trinidad and Tobago to be held at ransom. That if they don't pay, if they don't vote for UNC, they have nothing to get. That is what you call evil to the highest. That is what is caused bloodshed. The same bloodshed that Kamala Postad Bissessa they be talking about, blood will flow in the streets. Because when you lie to the poor people of this nation, and you say to the poor people of this nation, I ain't had time to watch that, and oh, they signed for 9%. How come you wait till now to talk about that 9%? How come? Felicia and them, let me tell you something. When these people and them can't get their money, they will get on in here. They'll get on worse than Wajangs and Jamets because they want the money and we're playing games, and we don't want to sign. So the people, they get the money. That is what's going on, you know. So you have now aligned yourself with the PNM, with the UNC. You have now aligned yourself with the UNC just to ensure that the PNM don't get into office. Really? Really? So you holding the people money and telling them it's because of the PNM why they can't get the money. When you and Duke and Leroy and all of you was playing games with the PSA all the time. Oh, it's a wicked, wicked. And that is why sometimes when I hear people say, oh, the black man and the black man and the black man and the black, look who doing it. Look who doing it. Poor Tanti resigned from PSA and can't get your money. Eh? Look how much people leave the leave the public service and can't get the money. Many of them, when they was thinking, well, the union was acting on their behalf, can't see the money. Because Duke and them play games, take a $500,000 to go and form party. For a man to take your party away from you and have you in the doghouse. Eh? But then that UNC style of politics. So he just fall in the trap. Because he played so greedy. He was playing so greedy that look what the UNC did. They mash him up. They mash him up. And they will mash up Felicia Thomas too. How are you going to negotiate now with the CPO on behalf of the workers in this country? Because the CPO cannot negotiate with a political party. So you have now put the workers who are looking forward for you, the so-called leader of the PSA, to act on their behalf. You have now sold the workers to the UNC. If I had that whip, you just let all the workers on them. Oh God, we worry money. Well, wait until UNC come in. So if UNC never come in, these people will die not getting no money. And then we're saying that it's good governance. Then Kamala Prasad Bissessa backing you and saying that that is good governance. How that can be good governance? When you have aligned yourself with an opposition that is looking to put sanctions on your own country against your own public servants. How stupid again you could be. Because if you, Felicia, even had to fly out the country and represent the people, you and all will face the same sanction because we're dotish. Yes, they mash up Abdullah. They mash up the They have no love in their heart. All them was about is the money. And now they want to take PSA money again and give it to Kamala and them in the UNC to finance the campaign. So you, the worker, must suffer. You, the worker, must suffer. It matters not for them. It don't matter. She said in 2020 they was looking forward to get the money, and in 2020 we had the pandemic, and workers were paid the salary, full salary, even though they were home. All public servants went to the bank and collected money for nearly over 2 years. Full salary. In some cases were 3. And Felicia Thomas is saying that they borrow money and they borrow money and they borrow money and say how they what to pay and to pay and to pay. But they're not paying the back pay and the pay. Felicia Thomas, you not listening to yourself, girl. And to see that you have sold your soul to the UNC. So I don't think you're getting 50 cents. I don't think you're getting 25 cents. Because UNC have no money. UNC is dependent on you. To take the people money, the little $100, what the little 8,000 members that you have now. Take their money to campaign with it. So you as political allegiance or coalition, PSA / UNC. The Kamala Prasad never liked unions. She never. Because when Michael Anisette did get the boats to run, I did an exclusive interview with some of the girls. One of them died without him getting she money that she worked hard for under Michael Anisette and them. She was from Tobago. She came down here to look for work. Many of them were asked to perform sexual favors. Many of them were told that if they open their mouth, they will lose their work. And you, Felicia Thomas, you come and join in the group now of not supporting the workers and getting the money and the back pay because you playing games, and all them public servants who say no and listening to this woman talk this hogwash, this latrine shit in the head, and you want your money so that you can go pay back your loans. Because plenty of you take loans thinking you will get back all your money through the back pay. Not realizing it's back paying. Because Felicia Thomas has now made PSA has now joined with the UNC as a coalition political party. So don't look out for nothing. Because they won't sign nothing with the PNM. Then they take out bad mind and wicked. The bad mind and wicked. You don't want to deal with the PNM. You want to deal with the UNC. I didn't know since when trade unions this lie in bed with them kind of people. So Before you deal with the workers, you go in and deal with politics. Or you're wicked to the workers in Trinidad and Tobago. And I am calling on the International Labour Organization. I am calling on the Register General of Labours, the body that registers labor, these trade unions, to decertify PSA because they have lost their they have lost their mission and the vision of what the organization stands for. PSA must be decertified and stop masking as a membership that dealing with the workers, but now a political party that wants to destroy hard working people in this country. So when you hear, and I want to talk to the youth. So when I hear, because sometimes we just say, put them, because they're saying she young, but she young, but she's selling your soul for not even $1. She's selling your soul not even for 30 pieces of silver. She's selling your soul for nothing. Just to be in power. My God. Have mercy on she, you know. Because she don't understand that what she is doing to you, the workers, could cost she life, you know. I'm not calling anything on she, but I tell you reality. Because the people who work hard in this country for 30 and 40 years, and out of that 30 and 40 years, 10 years they can't get no back pay. Because Felicia Thomas, Watson Duke, Leroy Batiste, all of them play games with your money. Games. And many of you all died without even getting what you all would what was due to you all. So now your family had to fight up to go and find out the pay back pay. If the pay back pay, the money will go in an escrow account, so therefore we are going to file for this and why we are going to go through. So by the time you don't file for all of that, you have no money. When daddy could have come home and say, I'm buying sneakers for you, hold some groceries. Daddy can't say that. Daddy can't even say, well, I could be, you know, I can't even afford to buy the stove because still working on a 2012, 2013 salary. Because Felicia Thomas and Watson Duke and Leroy Batiste played games with the UNC and don't want to give me my money. Trying to go to school with the bus-up shoes, with the clothes for the last 3-4 years. Because why? The union don't want to sign to give me my money so I can serve it with my children. Why? Why must do the people and them thing, boy? Why I don't love it on your heart, Felicia? And for that, the people will ensure that you pay dearly politically. Because I don't think you will last that 4 years in office. Because you are wicked. That is the height. I thought it had necromancy. But she just show people that she bigger than the necromancy. She literally gone in the grave. Gone in the grave to lie down in a coffin. Just to make sure that she don't do no business with the PNM. How you could be that cruel, that heartless, that demonic? But watch she here. Watch Felicia here. It long, it firm, it everything, it neat. But you, the worker came by, the braid for your children, and you're here. If you ask daddy, when last year he haircut, he can't tell you. Because he beard and he hair to be growing. Because he can't even afford to pay that $50 and $60, $70, nearly $100 now to cut your hair and take a mark. Ask plenty of them when last they went and enjoy a little movie, eat something nice in a little restaurant, take a little treat. Because they're still working on a 2013 salary. Because the UNC has told Felicia and them, you must suffer them. You must suffer them because it's PNM people. That's what the UNC has told Felicia, and Felicia going down that road. Suffer them. Them is PNM. But I didn't know everybody inside the public service is PNM. Because everybody has a right to vote for who they want to vote. And there are UNC people who work in the public service too. So when you don't get your money, don't vex with nobody. Vex with yourself. Because you're now understanding what the devil went and talked to the devil wife about. Don't pay no public servants. Hold them, choke them, let them see, let them think it's the PNM is who doing it, but it's really and truly it's the UNC. The UNC want to ensure you don't get nothing as a public servant. So you have no choice but to go out there and they go say, well, oh God, the PNM ain't doing nothing for me. The PNM ain't want to give me money. The PNM, but it's not the PNM. It's the damn UNC. So watch who pulling the strings behind the scenes for Felicia Thomas. And many of them, watch who pulling the strings. The UNC. A wicked bunch. A wicked bunch of evil, deceitful devils in this country. People, I want to leave away with this tonight. You know, they really say, you're in good house and bad house can call you. You're in good house. Your man treating you good. Your woman treating you good. But you don't like that because you're lusting. You're lusting for something greater. of what you don't know what it is you're really lusting for, but you just want it. And you'll do anything to get it. So you sell your soul. You put aside the wife. You put aside this one because you want to be in bed with the UNC. And when you done make your love and everything, boy, you wake up in the morning, you realize that who you was making love with was really a snake, ready to bite you and destroy you. And then you get up now and you're going home. You can't stay away. Money ain't playing right. Because you went and you sleep with bad spirit. You're falling down all over the place. Because you went and lie down with bad spirits. Nobody don't want to talk to you. Because you went and lie down with bad spirits. Everything you do, it look like it's wrong. Because you went and you lie down with bad spirits. People, do not go and lie down with no bad spirit. Because when that bad spirit let go the venom inside of you and you can't come off the bed, you go bawl out, oh God, somebody save me. But too late will be the cry. Do not put and take chances with your vote. Because all what they say, yes, you ain't stupid. You're big and you have sense. You see what's going on. And you know damn well you're seeing progress in the country. People, see you here tomorrow. This is the election station, Dauntless Defenders of Good Governance. And we are going to sort out all the technicalities tonight. But see you all tomorrow. And I will try to get something for this cough. I call it the Kamala cough. Because it's like it's just spreading. And it mashing up. So you have to call it the Kamala cough. But nevertheless, see you all tomorrow. And we may be starting a little earlier. We will play some music in between. But we want to keep telling you all the good work. Because we have another packed program for you all tomorrow. And as I say, all grin and skin teeth is not good grin and not good skin teeth to be around. Have a blessed night. Let me get the song. Don't play with your future. Because you know why? Let's leave you all with this. Tomorrow, see you all tomorrow.
Join up in the east, yeah. Team up in the west, yeah. We got this. Hey. We got this. Hey. Hey. I cannot wait for election morning. Tell them why. Tell them why. I dipping down to me. So many youths in service now, that's an honor. You are my friend, my sister, and my brother. But what we got to do?